Two Sheds Cabby here. I am going to start on a nickel hunt today. I looked through all the coins ends on the this box of nickels, and there's no enders to speak of, and there's certainly not all 2024. But I'm hoping to find a 2024, and I'm hoping to find a wartime silver, and I'm hoping to find a buffalo with the date on it. These are things that I certainly look for. For collecting and hoarding sake, I keep everything from 1959 and older, and I just store them away. I roll them up. I put them in rolls of 50s and 40s, and then when I get enough of 38, 39, I'll roll them up as well. And I just keep them. That's what I have stored away. I have a whole box full, and I guess I'll be starting probably. I better count the rolls. I might be missing a roll, but as soon as I finish that box, I'll start on another one, and just slowly I'll stack up these older nickels. Who knows what will become of them in the future, but we shall. They'll probably get left to my kids, and they'll go, "What am I going to do with this?" But who knows? I do talk to them about my coins and my copper and stuff from time to time, so I hope that they're aware that there may be some value there. And won't just take them to the bank. That would be so sad if I did all this and they just took them to the bank and cashed them in. But when I'm dead, I won't know. So I'll just assume while I'm alive that ain't going to happen. Let's get started. We took all the curtains and shears down in my office because the window man is supposed to come any day and take all this out and put new windows in. He's actually going to put in 3 of the same size windows, that are easily cleaned and all that stuff. And then on my work table was that way, and we've just got it turned out long ways. Just until he gets here, then we'll move it all out of the way. But I'm going to work at it like this for a few days. I'm in the 3rd row now, and I found my first keeper. It's a 1952 Philly. Well, we have one keeper now, so let's start. My brother is down with something. He's been sick for almost a week, and so I told my wife yesterday, or asked whatever. I said, "What do you think about making him a pot of, homemade? What's that? Chicken noodle soup?" And she goes, "That's a good idea." So, it's Canadian. It's a 1989 Canadian. So she made some, and I wrote to him, said, "Will you eat this soup?" He didn't answer me yesterday. So I called him last night and said, "I'm going to bring you this soup tomorrow." And we didn't even have room in our fridge, and so fortunately I live next door to Mom. And I'll tell you a little bit more in the next row. Next row. So I just took it over to my mom's, and she wasn't even home, and it was getting almost dark. And she called me a little while later and said, "I guess you noticed I was gone all day." I said, "Did you notice that I've been in your house?" Here's a keeper, 57 Denver. She goes, "No, I didn't know." So she got up, and I said, "Yeah, it's chicken noodle soup." And I said, "Get you some." She says, "Okay, I will." And I went over there today. There's another one, a 59. Well, they're starting to come in. I'd like to start seeing some more of the 40s, but that's okay. I'll get them. And so I went over there today to pick it up, to take to my brother. And I said, "Get you another bowl full out." And so she got out a bowl, and she put her little scooper in and took some broth off the top. And I said, "Aren't you going to get any of the noodles?" She looked at me, she says, "Oh, there's noodles." Like, well, I did tell you it was chicken noodle soup. And so she scooped down in there. Oh, she's a funny old bird, I tell you. I should have said, "You're a doodle, Mama." But anyway, she got her bowl of chicken noodle soup, not just broth this time. And I took the stuff over to my brother, and I contacted him. He goes, "Don't come in or nothing." So I set it at his door. I hope he'll eat it all. He needs to, because he doesn't always eat the healthiest. Because there's an older one, 1947. He doesn't like fixing food a whole lot, and so him and his wife have kind of different schedules. So he tends to just, like frozen pizza type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to be eating healthy stuff, especially when he's sick. So I hope he does. I'm in the 7th row, and here's another 1946. I have found a lot of these lately. It's an unusual amount of them, actually. This one is Philadelphia. I did look them up, and the Philadelphia ones, they made 161 plus million. The Denver was 42 plus million, and then San Francisco was 13 plus million. And I have found all three in the last 3 boxes. I'm sure it was more Philadelphia than the others, but I have found all 3 locations minted. But just funny how many I have found lately. From the last video I put up was a copper hoarding penny video. And I was told, and I'm sure I'm butchering this name, but it was Jones Metsasta said that I am the coin collector's Bob Ross. And I thought, wow, that's a real compliment. I appreciate that. I do. I like Bob Ross. And here's a 1954. There's a happy nickel. This is a happy roll of nickels here. We're hoping to find a happy 2024D. Anyway, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. It's a really cool compliment. And I hope I don't let you down. Try not to get too excited. Well, what do we have there? A 1956. Well, I'm starting to find several here. Denver. But it's just not the same unless you get a silver or a buffalo or, a 2009 or 24. Those are the ones that you really hope to find. 1940. These are fun to find. Don't get me wrong. I like putting them away, but it's those others that you're really going through the boxes for. At least in my opinion. Look, folks, it's the 14th row, and I just found a wartime silver about halfway through. Love finding these. This is Philadelphia, 1945. I love these things. 35% silver. Thank you, America, for making these. I like finding them. They're so fun. Very neat. I found that amazing looking Eisenhower silver at my credit union yesterday. Golly, that was neat. I mean, it looks like it just came out of the collector package. It's almost uncirculated. The very next row, this is the 15th row. Here's a 1955. And it is a Denver. Looks like there's a small ring of death right at the center of the Monticello there. That came from something different there. 1955. Well, I'm tickled now. I've got a silver, so that makes the box worthwhile. Now let's see if we can find something else. We're not halfway in yet, so maybe we'll find some more good stuff. I wish I could get them to put all of them on the obverse for me. There's a 58. Denver. Cool. 2005. Well, two boxes back, I found a silver and did not get a 2024. Then the last one, I found a 2024 and no silver. So does that tell me I'm not going to get a 2024 in this box? We don't know. Let's break the odds. They never found Hattie, and they never found the shack, and they never made the trip back in. There was a parchment note left on the stump saying, "Don't come looking again." I'm now in the 21st row, and here is a 1941. This is a Philly. I'm thankful for the silver because I haven't found it. I got several of these older ones, which is cool, but not overflowing with them, I guess you'd say. But anytime I get a silver, I'm pretty tickled. 24th row, and look at this. It's another one. 1946. So many of them. This one is a Philadelphia. I'm getting a lot of them. So some of you guys are writing to me, telling me some pretty fantastic stuff you're getting, and that is so cool. And I was thinking, you know, sometimes we'll go a while and not get a lot of great stuff. Just a little here, a little there. But if you stick with this hobby, every now and then you get your day, you know. And there'll always be somebody who gets something greater than you. And that's okay, you know. It's all right. Hey, there's an old one. What is that? 54. Have somebody, that one's Denver. Somebody just told me they got 2 rolls of $50 today. 1 row Walking Liberty, 1 row the Liberty Bell. It's like, holy cow. That's super amazing. And then somebody told me they just walked into a bank and got 3 rolls of nickels, and all 3 of them were 2024s. Once again, how totally cool. And, you know, just yesterday I got that super, super nice Ike dollar, which it's not as nice as those last 2, but you just keep plugging along. I think it was the end of last year, down in Indiana, southern Indiana. I got a whole roll of 40%ers. That was pretty neat. This is the last row in the first half, and here's a 1947. I'm going to take a break after this row and just go see what my wife's up to. I think she's making some cookies. I'll see if I can help. I picked up a couple of steaks at the grocery. I don't know, it was yesterday or the day before. And I think we're going to eat them in about 45 minutes. Couple little 10-ounce steaks. They look mighty good. And there's a 1940. Philadelphia. We were nearing the end of the dismal day, and there seemed to be nothing beyond. Then, Daddy fell into the pond. I'm back in the saddle again. I am back from my break. Oh man, what a good steak my wife made. Golly. Here's a 1956 I found in the first row in the second half. Denver. See what we find in part 2 of this here box of nickels. Now in the third row, here is a 1940. Haven't had one from the third. I used to get one or two per box practically just recently. I had several of them recently. But last couple boxes I didn't get one. This is a Philadelphia 1940. So here, let me show you a bargain. See this? You ever seen one of those? You probably have. The best little ear cleaners I've ever seen right there, buddy. And if you got an itchy ear, that takes care of it. And it's such a good bargain, it even comes with a pen. You just can't beat it. I always have one of those around my office. I got a few thousand pens, but I've only got a handful of ear cleaners. Just don't stick it in too deep. Bad news there. Sometimes my ear just itches, and that takes care of it every time. Well, I'm in the very next row, and another 1940. Does that say S? No, I believe it's a D. No, it is an S. Well, cool beans. 1940 S. Now that's a nice one. For sure. I'll have to look up and see how many of those they made. Let's do it right now. Pause for station identification. Poof, I'm back again. Okay, I got that information. The 1940, the Philadelphia, they made 176 million. And the Denver, they made 43 million. And the San Francisco, 39 million. That's not a whole lot. Fun to find. 12th row in the second half, and here's another 1946, because I'm convinced somebody dumped a lot of 1946s. I don't know how or why, but that's what happened. That one is pretty yucky. Philadelphia looks like. A row or two back, I also got a 1952. So just a bit ago, while I was sitting down there having a mistake, my window man contacted me and asked if we'll be around tomorrow, and I said we will. So we've got to move this table I'm working at right now in the morning, because he's going to come and take that big window out sometime tomorrow. My office was originally the living room of this house. My grandfather built this house in 1962. And we're going to put up some type of sheet or something to try to, right in that doorway right there, to try to keep a little bit of heat in the rest of the house. We don't keep a house hot in the first place, but we don't necessarily want it to get 40 degrees in the whole house if we can prevent it. Well, I hope I get a 2009 or Buffalo. Even a Buffalo with no date would be fun. Now I'm in the 17th roll in the second half of this box of nickels. And here's a 1947 with the usual wear and tear, and it is a Denver mint. In the last couple of rows, I found a 1958 and a 1957. to add to my hoard. I need to get into my box. I think it may be full, 50 rolls, and then I will start another one. Well, an interesting thing just took place, and I'm not going to name names or nothing, but I just got off the phone with a gentleman, and I'm going to meet him sometime next week, and I'm going to buy a box of 2024's nickels. I'm not going to name any prices right now, but I will tell you this. It will be the most I've ever paid for a box of nickels. I'll guarantee you that. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it, man. That'll be fun to see all of them. I'm at the end of the 20th roll. I just have 5 rolls left in the box, and I will be done already. Seems like it just flew by today. Here's a 1949, and if it's an S, it's a semi-key date, and it's not. 1949. Okay. Got a pretty good stack of the hoarding nickels tonight. About an even stack of 50s and 40s. 5 more rows. Now with 4 rows to go, here's a 56. And I was not accurate when I just said an even stack. There's a couple of 50s that I had not put up on the stack. And so now here's another one. So my 50 stack has definitely grown a little higher than my 1940 stack. Not that it makes that much difference, but I just thought I'd correct it. Will we find anything else this box? Just a couple rows to go. I've decided the bank that I buy the $50 from, that I've been getting nothing but the new stuff every time I buy them. I think I'm going to switch out and get like 4 boxes of nickels a week. Man, it'd be fun to get a whole box of the 2024s at the face value. I'm happy to pay extra, but I'd rather get some at face value. Pretty fun thing to do. And along the way, I'll get a lot of other stuff. Well, nothing else in the last few rolls except for a couple more in the 50s. Fortunately, I got my silver, and that was the redeeming quality for this box. It's fun to find these old coins, but not as fun as finding these. So anyway, let me get this guy put away. I'll be right back. Okay, between the nickel that I found tonight and the Ike that I found yesterday, let me show it to you, by the way. It's like it just came out of the collectible package. It's just amazing. That was fun to find. Anyway, that and another nice wartime nickel, that puts me at 170 for the year. 170 silver coins. Excuse me. 170 silver coins for the year. Pretty neat. I did better last year, but I just didn't expect to do as good this year. Early in the year, I even set out saying I'm hoping to get 100, which I have well surpassed that, thankfully. But that's okay. 170 is not bad. The dimes have certainly helped. I have found like 31 or 32 of the silver dimes. That really made a big difference. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Another nickel box or penny box. I got that $50 bag of pennies. I'll probably get those knocked out in the machine. I'll try to make a quick video just to show you what I got. I have a feeling it's not going to be a good bag again, but we'll see. See you later.